Yo, it's your boy Wolfpac Maine back in the building. What up, y'all? How y'all doing this nice, fine weekend? I'm back. Who watched Smackdown last Friday? I did. Let's talk about it. But first, I need a little favor from you all. Hit that like button on your way in. Please hit that subscribe button if you're new here, and share. Follow me at Wolfpac Maine on X and Instagram, and of course here on YouTube. All right. How's everybody doing today? We're going to get right into it. I'm not going to hold you guys up. All right, Smackdown was live from Orlando, Florida last Friday. We first start off the show with Tiffany Stratton and Pretty Deadly in the ring, full of decorated pink and yellow decorations, full of pink and yellow balloons. They even had little unicorns on the top. So, they had the ribbons and the balloons, and she was in the middle of the ring with the mic. Tiffany presented Nia Jax to the ring. So it shows the stage, and Nia makes her entrance. So I think you see like 6 different guys standing there holding up a platform with a throne, and you see Nia Jax sitting on a throne with her queen's crown. So she makes her way to the ring. Nia says that Tiffany shouldn't have. She was standing there. She's like, "Oh, you shouldn't have." But Tiffany insisted, and Nia's standing there and she's looking around, and she's she's not really feeling the vibe of the ring. She said the decoration should be more destructive. And I am your queen of the ring, and I'm your women's world champion, and everyone in the locker room should bow down to me. Nia says, starting with you, and she looks over to Tiffany on the side there, and she said, you need to bow down. So Tiffany was all standing there, and she's like, "Oh, well, there's some things we got to do first before we bow down." So all of a sudden, you see Pretty Deadly. They standing there, and they started doing their musical. Now, if you've been paying attention for the past few weeks on SmackDown, Pretty Deadly been talking about having their own musical for some reason, like dance and musical. So they started singing and dancing some song in stage, in the ring. So they said, Tiffany said, but before we bow down to you, Pretty Deadly's gonna do a performance for you. So while they were singing and dancing and everything, you see Michin come through the ring with the kendo stick and start beating down. She started beating down everybody in sight. So they all get chased out of the ring. Something happened to Michin. Yeah, so that's that right there. The next segment, we have Naomi, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill backstage. They're talking about celebrating after they beat down their opponents for their matches. Carmelo Hayes comes around and talks with them and asks if they were going to come to the after party after he beats Andrade with his match. And the ladies was like, "Oh, didn't Andrade already beat you twice before?" And they started laughing, and then they walked away. All right, after commercial break, we have Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes. This is a pretty high, fast-paced match here. I highlighted the match. Andrade hit a Spanish fly off the top rope onto Hayes. The crowd started going crazy. There's another spot where Carmelo super kicked Andrade, and let me see. Then he puts the Andrade did a Three Amigos and as he countered it into a cutter onto Hayes. There was also a lot of counters going on in this match. Even Andrade spinning back elbow, like he does the running boot, not a running boot, but he kicks and does a spinning back elbow. That move still looks crazy to me. But he got a near 3 count on Hayes. He kicked out of the back elbow, and the crowd was still going, "This is awesome! This is awesome!" So there were some combinations going on, but Carmelo ended up beating Andrade with the roll-up pin combination. So ended up stealing one from Andrade. Yeah, this is Carmelo's first win over Andrade out of the 3 matches. And Carmelo started celebrating. And he kept telling Andrade to shake his hand. And he's kind of like, he's being like smug and arrogant with it. You know, he's trying to be like a good sportsman to act like he was a good sportsman to shake Andrade's hand. But he kept being like smug with it, like rubbing it in his face or whatever. So you could tell he was trolling Andrade. So Andrade went over there and just punched him in the face. So they started punching back and forth, and they had to have the officials and the referees come out to break the fight. Make sure you all hit that like button. That'll help this channel out. Share, all that good stuff. All right. Next, we have Solo Sikoa backstage in the locker room and with Tama Tonga, and he goes over and put the Eula Fala necklace over his Solo's neck. So that's what it's called, the Eula Fala, the red tribal chief necklace that Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa have been fighting over recently. Solo said if Roman can get the Eula Fala from him, then he'll be the tribal chief, and he will acknowledge him, and Tonga will as well. And Roman will have to get that the Eula Fala necklace from him first. Next, we have Naomi versus Blair Davenport. I'm not going to explain the play-by-play or the moves, but this match I did notice that every time Naomi tried to go, every time she went into offense on Davenport, she was very evasive, and she did a lot of countering to Naomi's moves, so Naomi was having a tough time with her. But Davenport beats Naomi with the knee to the face, almost like Kenny Omega's V-trigger. So I think Naomi was on the ground, and she picked her up by the arms and kneed her to the face, and then pinned her. And the bad thing about this too was Naomi lost this match in her own hometown of Orlando, Florida. So I don't know why WWE like to do that to their talent like that. I don't know. So that was kind of weird. But Davenport is the new young talent coming in. So Naomi is the veteran. So we have that. Backstage, we have Austin Theory and Grayson Waller talking about how Kevin Owens doesn't deserve a championship match. They said the only reason the Bloodline is so dominant is because Kevin Owens lost to them so much. So I thought that was pretty funny. And Waller, he was like, well, if Cody's going to give out a championship match, maybe I should go ask him for a championship match. And they was joking back and forth. And let me see. Kevin Owens pretty much showed up behind Waller. And Kevin Owens said, if I'm a loser, let's go out there and prove if you can beat me. You can call me a loser. So let's go. Let's have our match. He's like, yeah, if I'm a loser, won't you fight me in the match? Let's go. So they all came, so he ended up leaving. And Waller was standing there, was like, what just happened? Yeah, and he like slapped him on the chest or whatever. Owen slapped him. He's like, let's go. He slapped Waller on the chest and he walked out. So, it cuts from there, and we go to a segment, and we learned of the passing of Alpha Anoa'i of the Wild Samoans, which is the uncle of Roman Reigns. And this is sad too, because Roman Reigns just lost his father, Sikoa, a few weeks ago, and now he loses his uncle within weeks of each other. So our thoughts and prayers are with the Anoa'i family. All right, so yeah, they did like WWE did a nice video package. Showing all the highlights of Afa's career with the Wild Samoans, and how he gave back, and he had his own wrestling school. They said they helped train Batista, so I didn't know that. So for my younger viewers, the Wild Samoans, they were back around the 70s and 80s. So the old school legendary tag team there. So rest in peace to both the Wild Samoans. All right, so our next up we have Kevin Owens versus Grayson Waller, and they showed the NXT champion Ethan Page sitting in the first row. Owens wins after a stunner followed by a pop-up powerbomb. This match didn't really go that long though. I know it was less than 10 minutes, probably not even that long. After the match, Kevin grabs Waller and throws him out of the ring to beat him up some more, and he went for a powerbomb onto the apron, but Austin rescued him. Austin Theory rescued him, and he grabbed 2 chairs, and now both are approaching the ring, surrounding Kevin Owens with the chair. And then all of a sudden you hear Cody Rhodes music play, and he comes running out to fight alongside Kevin to fight off Austin and Waller. Kevin and Cody stand side by side, next to each other with chairs in their hands. So Cody came out with a chair in his hand as well. Cody goes to grab his championship off the ground, but Kevin grabs it. So the crowd was like, oh, like that. So Kevin, he has the belt. He looks at it, and then he hands it back to Cody. He pats him on the back, and he walks out. And then he heads to the back. All right, our next segment. We have another backstage segment with Solo Sikoa, and this was a short segment. So Tama Tonga puts the Ulafala back around Solo Sikoa's neck again, and Tama Tonga says that Solo says that Roman Reigns needs to acknowledge him, and then it cuts to commercial break again. We have a Legado del Fantasma backstage. Well, not backstage, but a video package of Santos Escobar at a huge dinner table talking with the rest of the crew. He was pretty much saying that he would take the United States title off of LA Knight, and he says, what needs to be done. Take the championship and send that piece of trash back to the trailer park where he came from. And everybody saying Escobar C. Now, he was referring to LA Knight on that one right there. So that was pretty cool. You know how LA Knight is like, but everybody's saying LA Knight, yeah. So he has the Escobar C. The C as in yes in Spanish. So after that, we have a LA Knight promo. I didn't really catch too much of that LA Knight promo. You could go check that out. He's pretty much saying how he was going to remain being the United States champion after beating Escobar. And LA Knight really has the crowd in the palm of his hands too. Really, really big star in the making. Not in the he's still in the making, but still they're doing a good job of pushing him. Backstage we have Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. They are backstage standing next to Nick Aldis's office. Michin, she comes out of the office and tells them that she has a championship match against Nia Jax. And she comes out smiling. So Chelsea and Piper, they's like, what? How did they do that? How did she do that? And they storm off and start pounding on the door to try to get into Nick Aldis' office. And Nick Aldis is the general manager of SmackDown, by the way. They storm off into Nick Aldis' office. Michin is laughing. So she's standing there laughing, and all of a sudden you see Nia Jax attack her from behind. And she pushes her face first into a wall or a door or something. And she's like, oh, you're going to get that candlestick and attack me? And so she left her laying with Nia. Nia left her laying with, and then Michin laying on the ground in pain. Next, we have a very good, this was like a public live event. No, a premium live event. I said public. This tag team match was like a premium live event quality match right here. Like the old it was like the old NXT takeovers type match. And they both teams were from NXT. So we have the Street Profits versus the DIY of Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano for the WWE Tag Team Championship #1 contender match. Man, it was so much stuff that happened in this match. I could, even if I was calling the play-by-play of the moves, it wouldn't do any justice because there was just so many moves going on, so many counterattacks, so many tag team moves. Angelo Dawkins has come a long way. Like he dropped in weight, so he's a bit more agile than he was before when he was a bit heavier down in NXT. So, and he's still pretty strong too. So he's able to do like suicide dives and then he also does pounces and where he pounces his opponents through like over the barricade and stuff like that. So the Street Profits wins with the super blockbuster off the top rope. Again, very excellent pay-per-view level match. There was a highlight where Angelo Dawkins actually kicked out of Tommaso Ciampa's fairy tale ending move. So Tommaso had him up. He had him up, and Gargano super kicked Dawkins in the face, and actually showed the replay of it. So Dawkins hanging upside down, and he got kicked in the chin, and then the fairy tale ending got executed. So it almost looks like a double underhook style, pedigree style slam onto your face, kind of like a Dominator style, like Farouk used to do, or Ron Simmons back in the day. Yeah, you all just have to go check this match out. I'm sure they're gonna have this match on WWE's YouTube channel. Y'all really have to go, because this my words alone is just not going to do any justice. Montez Ford and Johnny Gargano, they were going toe to toe. Both of them looked like they were the most agile of their teams, of their set teams. So very good match. We have the Street Profits. They are now the #1 contenders for the WWE Tag Team Championships. So they will be facing the Bloodline at Bash Up. Look like at Bash Up Berlin. That's our next PLE. So that was cool. All right, so now for our main event, we have Solo Sikoa with Tama Tonga. So it was just them two this whole time. There's no Tonga Loa. Man, he's kind of been like the laughing stock of the Bloodline. He injured his eye. They say he's been botching a few moves. They even showed a picture of him holding one of the tag team belts up the wrong way. I think like upside down, and I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the guy, but yeah, he wasn't on SmackDown. So and there's no Jacob Fatu either. So Solo is telling the crowd to acknowledge him. Orlando, acknowledge me. And the crowd started booing, of course. The fans said that they don't want to acknowledge him. They said they know yeah, so the crowd is chanting pretty much, we want Roman, we want Roman. All right. Solo said, if you want to come see me, then bring your ass out here. So he was referring to Roman Reigns. So, the crowd, everybody's looking out at the ramp. The music hits. You see the big OTC on the screen, meaning the original tribal chief. And Roman Reigns finally arrived. And the crowd is chanting OTC with their fingers pointed to the sky. Solo and Roman are now face to face in the middle of the ring. Solo takes off the necklace and hands it off to Tama Tonga. and he tells him to leave the ring. And then all of a sudden, Roman and Solo just started fighting, going back and forth, punch, punch, punch. Tama Tonga comes in. Roman gives him the Oranagi Slam. I thought it was the rock bottom at first, but it was the Oranagi Slam, because with the rock bottom, you go down with your opponent. With the Oranagi, you're still standing, but you're still slamming your opponent down, rock bottom style. And then he throws him out the ring. He throws Tama Tonga out the ring. Roman spears Solo inside the ring. So Roman's already winning right now. So Solo is laid out. And then Roman, Roman is in the ring. He's standing there, and he sees. Oh, if you don't know what the Ulafala looks like, this is it. So Roman is standing there in the ring, and he sees the Ulafala on the mat, and he goes and he picks it up. He looks at it. He puts it around his neck, and then he's standing there, proud, chest out, chin up high. And he actually closes his eyes, and you hear the crowd chanting OTC, OTC. And then he was standing there for about 5 seconds or so. And then Jacob Fatu comes in and super kicks Roman right in the face out of nowhere. And the funny thing about that is Jacob Fatu still has that boot brace on his foot. So he's out there fighting with a boot on his a boot brace. Now you remember when Jacob Fatu did the flying body splash onto Cody Rhodes through the announce table a few weeks ago? He actually had hurt his leg, so that's why he has that boot on his foot. So he's beating up Roman, stumping him out, and then he threw Roman into the corner post, and he has Roman sitting in the corner post, and then Jacob goes to the other corner and then runs real fast and does the running butt splash into Roman. So he, like that to his face. Roman is crawling around in pain now. Like it's just too much for him. It's 1 against 3. So they grab Roman. They're outside of the ring, and they set up the triple powerbomb through the announce table outside the ring. They cleared the announce table and they triple powerbomb Roman Reigns through the announce table, and which was by Jacob Fatu. Solo once again has the Ulafala necklace back in his possession, and Tama Tonga places the Ulafala around Solo Sikoa's neck. All 3 men are standing inside the ring. Put their hands in it. They point their fingers in the air, with Roman Reigns laying on the ground, agonizing in pain after the triple powerbomb. And SmackDown goes off the air. All right, y'all. That was SmackDown for you. So y'all make sure you hit that like button for me. Hit the subscribe. My thoughts about the show. SmackDown been okay. I think Monday Night Raw has been the strongest show right now, with all the different storylines going on, with all the drama with the Judgment Day. You got Priest and Dominic feud going on. You got with Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest of Ripley. You know, they're not in Judgment Day anymore. You got that going on. You got the Wyatt Six stuff going on over on Monday Night Raw. On SmackDown, it's mostly been like the Bloodline stuff going on. But they are setting things up for Bash at Berlin. So we will see what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks or so. We will be live here to do the Bash at Berlin watch along here on YouTube, which is August 3rd, Saturday afternoon, like around 1 o'clock Eastern. I'll keep you guys updated on that. Yeah, this is a crazy ending. WWE been booking Roman Reigns so strong and godlike for at least 4 years now, ever since he first turned heel. So it's pretty crazy seeing him get beat up like that. You don't really see Roman Reigns get folded up like that too often, not since he been the tribal chief character. So this is like the most vulnerable you're going to see Roman Reigns right now, because he has nobody. He has no more Usos. Jey Uso's gone over to Monday Night Raw. Jimmy got kicked out by Solo Sikoa. He's gone. So, you know, it's a bloodline civil war happening. So, I'm not going to hold you guys too long. Did you guys enjoy the show? If you did, hit that like button. I appreciate you guys. I really do appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Yeah. So, make sure you be here tomorrow night for a Monday Night Raw watch along at around 7:50 at 7:50 Eastern, right here on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe. Also hit the notification bell and set your notifications to all, so you will be notified each time I do an upload and go live. All right, everyone. You all have a good one. Be safe. And I'll see you guys next time. Wolfpac Maine out.